Hi everyone, Chris the Bull here from Esperlux, coming to you from rainy Geneva right here in Old Town. We're going to be seeing some amazing watches, talking about GPHG and Only Watch and what is slowly becoming the unofficial watch collector week in Geneva. So let's visit some friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hey guys, Chris the Bull here from Esperlux. Super excited today to be with Xavier de Roquemaurel of Chapek, CEO of Chapek and refounder of Chapek as we know it today. We're here in beautiful Geneva at your new boutique, or it's been a couple of years since you've started it?
We opened it in January 2019.
Okay.
But then in the middle, something happened that made visiting boutique very complex.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Dead zone, right? All right, well, it's great to have you.
Not everyone knows this boutique, but it's a very cool place, a very nice place. It's a small city, Geneva, and it's inside Geneva. It's a small street called Rue de la Coraterie that is emblematic, much more emblematic than other streets, because it goes to the park where you see the statue of Calvin and other founders of the Protestant Geneva, no? And it's full of flags from Geneva, and it's for all the Genevan people, where the heart of Geneva is beating. So it's cool to be here.
Very cool. So a little history on the street that you're in. Maybe you can give us a little bit of history on the brand, on Chapek, and sort of where it was founded and where it's at today.
Well, it was founded here in Geneva. Huh? It's an interesting story because it's a story about Europe and the Europe of the nations, because by this time, Czech Republic was not existing. It was called Kingdom of Bohemia. It was belonging to the Austrian Empire, as Switzerland had belonged before, but took earlier its independence. Then the Chapek moved to Poland. He was born in Bohemia, moved to Poland, and there was in Poland an uprising against invaders from different sides, the Prussians, the Austrians, but also the Russians. And there was a big battle called the Warzawianka, in which most of the Polish involved had to flee away, because it was a defeat against the Russians. So Poland for a time was not anymore Poland. It was a part of Russia. And that's how Chapek finds himself in Geneva and starts the first business with a local named Morel. Then he meets another guy who was in the same battle, called Antoine Norbert de Patek. He creates with him a second business called Patek, Chapek and Company. And then in 1845, he creates a third business, Chapek and Company. And this is really the start of the story that interests us, because Chapek, thanks to his new partner, Julius Krusevsky, gets access to the royalty of Europe, in particular from France. He opens the first watchmaking boutique of the Place Vendôme and becomes the watchmaker of Napoleon III. And this propels him to one of the most important watchmaker of the period, 1845 to 1870. And in 1870 in France there is another rebellion, another revolution, so it's a series of uprisings that resume this history. And it's called La Commune. And it's the end of the Chapek story. It's the end of the Chapek story. Everything disappears after that date. And we find the story, Harry finds the story in 2001, decides to revive it in 2008, gets the revival in 2012, looks for a new partner, finds me in 2013 when I'm actually unemployed. So if you ever get unemployed, smile, because maybe that's a chance that you don't know about.
The world will smile back at you and you get a chance.
No, always, there is always, every coin has two sides, two faces. Every coin has two faces. So when it's on the wrong face, just smile, take a step back and wait for the coin to flip again. It always happens. So and then I bring in Sébastien as a third partner, so refounder of the company, and we relaunched Chapek, basing ourselves, on a watch that we were able to buy in 2019. Here during the auctions that are taking place, in November. November is really a crazy month for Geneva, and we were able to buy this piece in November 2019, and this piece was our inspiration, and we never thought we could access to it. We found it in pictures, and we found it extremely interesting, when we were looking at trying to understand what was Chapek personality and trying to inspire ourselves from this personality, from this style, to make modern watches. So the first watch we made was a steel watch. The second one was this one that was supposed to be a limited edition. And in fact, it was the one that everybody loved and decided to keep as a sort of bridge from the past to the present.
That's beautiful.
And then we made a tourbillon, then a chrono. And these were the way to move from the past from the present to the future. But the real big change in the story happens in 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, when we release our Antarctic collection on May 26, 2020. It's a day where nothing happens. So it's fantastic to launch a watch when nothing happens, because suddenly everybody looks at it.
Everybody, yeah, you get all the attention, right? Yeah.
And that was a watch we had been working for some time on it, because we wanted to have a sport watch that was a request from many of our shareholders and customers, to have a watch that was sleek and sporty, so that they could go to the beach with their kids, they could have a barbecue with their friends, but still look very elegant, very cool, have a beautiful watch, but a sportive one.
And of course, business on the front and the party in the back here.
Exactly.
Where it's absolutely outstanding. I mean, look at these bridges here.
So the inspiration was actually coming also from the pocket watches when we look at these bridges. That's why everything connects together. And when we designed the watch, we took the idea of the three bridges that you can find in many pocket watches. And these three bridges are quite typical of the Geneva period for building, for constructing watches.
Sure, yeah.
Just what we wanted was to find a modern way to express these bridges. So the watch right now is stopped. We're going to wind it to start it, and have the beauty of feeling the tic-tac. Now, there is also probably a transcendental dimension into watches, which is a watch is really like very close to a human being. So you see I'm winding the barrel.
It's almost like a living thing, right?
Exactly.
You breathe life into it by winding it, and it could live on. The one thing about watches is that they can outlast us, and they could live on forever, right?
Exactly. And you know, I love the idea that I have a mechanical watch, and when we move from summertime to wintertime, you know, the time change, you know, it's me deciding it. I don't wake up and my computer has self-adapted. No. This is something where I feel I lose control of some stuff that are really important, and time is really an important one. You know? So here is the beauty of the SXH5, which is our fifth caliber, and the first that we totally conceived in-house without the help of a partner, but we conceived it with Daniel Martinez, and we created all the components from the different partners we have in Le Locle and La Chaux-de-Fonds, so in the watch valley, and a little bit further, so going to Biel for the barrel with General Ressort, going to Al for the escapement, to working with Atocalpa. So really putting together the la crème de la crème of watchmaking in Switzerland, and creating a new movement which was answering the idea of horological erotism.
Yeah.
So
can a watch be simple and versatile on a bracelet, but at the same time be sexy?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
And you've incorporated the sexy in the movement. Yeah.
That's the idea. And when you want to be sexy, you don't want to show everything, but you want to show a lot, and that's where suddenly the bridge becomes like lingerie. And that's the idea we had. You saw we had a quick release, so it's
I saw
pretty
that,
cool.
Which is something that I love. You know, and you guys deliver it with a rubber strap.
Also.
And a bracelet. Yep,
yeah,
fantastic.
So
that's something that is.
This is
so big today. I mean, everybody just really enjoys being able to switch out. Their straps in and out.
So exactly. So you
really
choose.
advantage.
And then the big story. I mean, everybody is getting together this week in Geneva. It's incredible. And they come here, and I think, of course, there is a GPSG, but the big event is really Only Watch.
Only Watch.
And Only Watch promised to be something incredible, and we gave a watch for Only Watch. We're very proud. This is not the watch in question. This is I'm gonna have to wind it. This is the one that we have released at the end of August and sold very beginning of September. This is the Antarctique rattrapante. And the Antarctique rattrapante is a split second, as its name says in French. And it's been sold in 57 minutes exactly. So it's a pretty unique watch in our history. Also, because of the concept. The concept was we want to create a ballet of levers and components with the chronograph function and the split second function. And so the base movement is on the other side. It's a beautiful movement that was created with Chronode. And then the rattrapante, or split second.
And this is also self-winding.
It's also self-winding, yeah. It's a larger.
And am I seeing double column wheel? Double column wheel.
Double column wheel. One column wheel is for the chrono that is in this area, and the second column wheel is for the split second. The split second that I really have to wind it more to get enough power. The real challenge of split second is the torque. This is really where you have to be. The torque, the complication that requires more torque is the chronograph. And among all the chronograph, the complication that will require more torque will be rattrapante foudroyante together.
Sure. Yeah.
Here it's only rattrapante, so it's just a step below, but it requires a lot of torque. Sorry. So that's why you need to have it well wound to see the function and to be able to enjoy it. So here we start, it's a mono pusher, okay? So when you push, you get the second starting, and the split second is just below. When I will press here, the column wheel of the split second will action the clamps that will pinch this wheel in the middle, and the second will continue. And all is visible on the dial side, which is a premiere. Has never been done.
Yeah.
So this is the watch that will be presented in Only Watch, but in a very unique version because Only Watch color.
Is it yellow and orange?
Exactly.
That's right.
So the color of Only Watch is yellow and orange, as you can see here. You know.
You probably know what page it's
going
on.
from yellow to red, and we wanted to recreate that tone on the plate of the chronograph. And the difficulty is that there are different heights because of the different components, and it becomes very difficult to create a coating that is actually done by particles. It's atomic particles that are deposited on the plate, and to keep and to have a dégradé effect from one to the other. It took us 4 attempts to get to a result that we were not sure it was okay. And we were hesitating and changing our mind every hour. And before the last, I decided to go for this color and to have this dégradé.
Yeah.
I changed my mind during the night.
I think it's in here.
I sent an email to the prototypist, but he didn't read the email. So he stayed with my decision before. And that was the right decision. It's very difficult, you know. Sometimes you end up in something that is extremely edgy. And that was a good mistake. So
in hindsight, sometimes these things happen.
So here you don't see.
It's not in here.
You're
the sketch is in here, right?
You're gonna see the sketch exactly,
right.
And the sketch is here because we were very, very late into.
But I think it was a smart decision for you guys. I mean, it was a great way to, it was a great way to do a sneak peek into what's coming, right?
Yeah, you can see the drawings. I mean, the drawings from Adrian's are really beautiful.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
It's really cool to have the drawings. It gives a feel, and the watch is absolutely stunning. Nearly to our surprise, I tell you. It's also because we kind of sometimes dreaming too high. You know, it's so demanding, and watchmaking is so demanding. So we sometimes
people are crazy to be in our business.
It's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was enough. So that's the great surprise of.
How many pieces of the rattrapante did you do, or are you going to do?
In the first series, the first series of the limited edition that we did right now, we did 77.
77.
Then we have this one, which is 78. Then we'll have some very small series, some little surprises. One will be One might be a tribute to Karel Czapek, who has
Okay.
nothing to do with François Chapek,
Okay.
except that they have the same name.
Okay.
And Karel Czapek invented in 1921 something very special. I don't reveal more, but that
Okay.
will be a limited edition of 10 that hopefully will come out for Christmas or the beginning next year. But everybody understands that the situation is so strange that some of the project of 2021 will happen in 22. It's okay.
What is the price, the retail price?
And then there will be a large limited edition presented in well, large,
Right.
like 77
Sure, yeah.
or 99.
Large for you guys.
Large
yeah.
for us, yeah. But because we want to be able to deliver in a couple of months, like in 3-4 months. We consider that if we're going to open to 150, okay, it would be nice. But then what does that mean if we need 9 months to deliver? It's a bit
Yeah.
long, you know? So we
Sure.
prefer to make a run that is not too long and then we deliver and everybody's
Sure,
happy.
absolutely. What is the retail price on the rattrapante?
46,000 without tax.
Swiss francs.
Yes.
And then for the time only with the beautiful, sexy movement.
18,570. So it makes exactly
Outstanding.
20,000 with tax in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the idea.
Very cool. Well, good luck at Only Watch. Everybody,
Yeah,
I think,
I
is going
think
to be
it's
looking
going to
for. I think it's
be-
going to be pretty good, right?
We're very excited.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some surprises.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hopefully fireworks
We'll see.
too, right? And I appreciate you making the time, being with us
Thanks.
today, making
With
time in the
pleasure.
beautiful boutique
Thanks
here.
for visiting.
It's always a pleasure. I'm so happy to be back together with the watch community. So this is nice again. Nice to be
Yes.
able to travel and be here.
It's going
So,
to be a great celebration.
Yeah.
It's
Xavier,
going to be fantastic.
Thank you so much.
With pleasure.
Really appreciate
Take care,
it.
Christopher.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.